Good morning, everyone. I hope everybody's doing well. We have a special treat for you today. We have Miah with Miah Millan Interiors, and help me one more time with your name, and Jody with us today, and they're going to be talking about interior design. I know a lot of you guys, as you look to sell your homes, you think, what can we do to help it sell? What can we do to get a better price? And so I brought in the professionals for you today. So Miah, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself and give us a little bit of background, Jody, both of you, about your company. So tell us about yourself.
Sure. So Miah Millan Interiors is a full-service interior design firm, and we are based in Conway, Arkansas. And we help homeowners with renovation design, furniture and decorating, and also new build design.
Well, that's huge. So you guys are really a full-stop shop. Anything that folks need,
Pretty much. All the way from something as small as like decorating your bookshelves to, you know, a full house renovation. We can help.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, a lot of things people don't realize that interior designers can do is helping with floor plans. They'll just immediately go to an architect, which we do use an architect a lot, but we kind of think of some of the small cutesy things that may not always be at the forefront of their mind. So even bringing on an interior designer very early on in your process, whether you're building or renovating, just to even help with the floor plan so that we can just know that it's going to work best for their family and what their needs are.
So just to make sure everybody understands this, like I currently live in my dream home, and not planning to sell right now, but I have everything that I want, but my shower stinks, and I have so much square footage in my bathroom and closet, and we even have a sitting area in our bedroom. So you're saying that you could actually help me reconfigure walls and how that should be laid out?
Definitely. We can help identify, you know, opportunities, like is there some extra space in the room next door in the closet that we could take, and just taking a few feet of that to gain a much bigger shower, or maybe we can squeeze in, you know, a freestanding tub or add an additional sink to the vanity. Just we can help, you know, with our expertise to identify those opportunities and reconfigure the floor plan to what's best for you.
That's amazing.
And draw it with dimensions and everything as well, so that you could take it to a carpenter and they can...
And they would be ready to do that. That's amazing. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we've got a few questions here, and for time's sake, let's go ahead and get into some of these questions here. So what are clients that you have currently, what are they looking for in their redesign process and as they renovate their spaces?
Should we start like with the kitchen? I feel like that's the biggest one. Like kitchen, kitchens and bathrooms are usually the biggest, like most important spaces in the home. So as far as like kitchens, people definitely expect to have some sort of like stone countertop. We're seeing a lot more quartz. It's generally a safe bet if you're, you know, wanting to update the kitchen or the bathroom. It's something very durable. Marble is also a good choice, and granite.
And then lighter colors, I mean, unless you're doing like a pretty white oak or something, we're not seeing a lot of like your dark cherry oaks or any of those dark colors on the cabinets. Because they just tend to be more of an older traditional look depending on the style of the home.
One trend that we're seeing kind of go away is like the open concept floor plan. We're seeing a trend back towards sort of more defined dining versus kitchen spaces.
Yeah, I'd say we see both, but it's definitely not like you have to knock down all of the walls in your home in order to sell it. Like some buyers are still interested in having like their own space in the kitchen and a formal dining room to host.
So there's probably some cost differences associated with that as opposed to not having to take out full walls. So, you know, I guess if you guys come in and look at that, you could tell them really what that trend is lending itself to with their house. And so that's amazing. So now I've asked you guys about like my personal bathroom, and I promise I'm not trying to get free advice here. And in fact, I think I've actually got a call into you or an email into you about I need your help. And so, so folks, these are people that I'm talking to personally, by the way. So anyhow, what are the bathroom trends? I mean, am I going to be going the wrong direction here? Do people want small showers, or what are they looking for?
No, as big a shower as you can fit in your space, it's definitely gonna increase the value and be more appealing to potential buyers. And also, if you have, an older jetted tub or just a built-in tub, if you can swap that out for a freestanding, those are much more popular and really updated.
That is great. I've got a tub that my 6-year-old bathes in currently. It's a big jetted tub. That is the only thing that we use it for. And so when he is out of that phase, hopefully sooner more so than later, so you're saying maybe get rid of that and utilize that space for a larger shower.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Depending on
not necessarily
layout.
getting rid of the tub completely, but
Okay.
changing it into a freestanding. If a tub is something your family
Gotcha.
uses, it's just the actual large built-in jetted tub people associate with as being dirty, of mold coming out of it if you turn it on or something, if you haven't used it in years.
And that happens. When I went to sell my last house, we're trying to clean it and get everything all ready. We hadn't used that and it was so nasty.
Yeah.
So maybe guys, that's a little pointer here too. Clean those jets out on your tubs because they do get nasty.
Yes,
So.
yeah. And just the shower in general, a lot of older homes, they just have a basic insert put in for the shower, and now actually doing pretty tile on the walls and on the floor and just making that shower bigger. Even the mirrors, a lot of times we used to see just that big one plane huge rectangle mirror. Sometimes it would take up the whole room of the bathroom.
Yeah, just the builder grade mirror.
Yes,
Right.
that would be a more dated look where it's mirrors on every side of you in the bathroom, and now we do smaller but pretty decorative mirrors, big round ovals or big round circles or squares, something with a frame on it that is also a decorative piece, and then to be able to put sconces or lighting above it or beside it.
All right.
Yeah.
Wonderful. So I'm looking forward to our conversation about my personal bathroom.
We're looking forward to it as well.
So what about any pointers for people wanting to sell their homes that we haven't touched on yet?
If you're going to do a fresh coat of paint, which is usually what most sellers think will update their home, we would recommend going with a white paint on the walls. In general, a neutral palette, but warm tones. So don't just go with gray, cool tones on everything. Warmer tones are much more in style now, and they're more cozy and in general more appealing.
Okay, so now that's great to know, because I know a lot of folks for a while they've been shifting to gray. So you're saying maybe be a little more cautious about heading into the gray space?
Yeah, I would say your warmer colors are coming back in, and even your brown is coming back in, and there's just a warmer versus a cooler. So sometimes your cool tones can be gray, honestly with a little bit of a purplish blue in it, can come off very cool and sterile.
Okay.
Whereas your warmer tones are just more cozy, so you're still white, but it's
a
not
creamy
a
white.
starch paper white. It's a creamy white, but you don't want it too yellow either.
Can you guys consult with people about all these colors?
Yes.
Okay, because I'm sitting here as somebody, I'm like, I have red, blue, orange,
Yeah,
and you're saying
definitely no
cream,
red.
and so, all right,
Yeah,
so.
we do color consultations because it's very important for the lighting in your home to actually bring the color and look at it in the lighting of your home, because if it's a south window versus a north window, it'll give off more of a reddish hue from the sun versus a
Folks, this is why you
from
hire the
sun.
professionals.
So-
They're looking at your windows and the lighting coming in, and I'm telling you, white, gray,
Yeah.
So,
And you'll be amazed at
Yeah.
how we'll be back at the office and one color will look gray or purple, and then we'll take it to the client's home and now it looks green, and we're like, okay, this
Yeah.
is how important it is to look at the lighting with the paint color in your house.
Okay, wonderful. So what is unique about your design firm that people love?
So one of the most effective ways that we can help our clients envision their new spaces is through 3D renderings. And this is what you see on HGTV when they're meeting with their designer and they get to see what their kitchen could look like. So essentially it's a computer generated, very realistic image that we can model up and show you, your whole house, your kitchen, bathroom, whatever. you know, apply the materials, the right colors, reconfigure the floor plan, and just make it look realistic.
Yes.
And this helps our clients really save time and money, because, you know, before you do any demolition, getting to really know what the space is going to look like, and that way you're just not wasting, you know, money on materials that then you change your mind on, or waste any time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we actually have a scan that will come and like scan your home to be able to know the exact measurements, so that when we are doing those renderings, you'll recognize like, oh, that is my house. That's exactly where the door is. That's exactly where our tub was. So it is your home that we're making sure the dimensions fit for what we're suggesting.
That's great. So as we wrap it up, you know, go ahead, reintroduce yourself, tell people how they can contact you, and if there's any other final thoughts that you guys would like to say. I'm so appreciative that you were able to make time for us here today and to talk to hopefully our mutual clients in the future. And you know, so again, take it away and reintroduce yourself and let everybody know who you are, how to contact you.
Yeah, so we are Miah Millan Interiors, a full-service design firm, and you can head to our website. It's miahmillaninteriors.com. We have a project form there that you can fill out if you're interested in learning more about our services and how we can help you. And then you can also check us out on Instagram and Facebook. It's also at Miah Millan Interiors. And see recent projects of ours, and see, like, for example, what the 3D renderings look like.
That's wonderful. We'll be sure to put your links in and on the bottom of this, so folks look down and you can see how to contact them, and then we'll also put a link there on the bottom of the YouTube channel.
So thank you for having us.
Thank you so much for coming. I'm so glad that you guys have this skill set, because obviously I do not. And but folks, when you work with a real estate professional, they're not going to know everything, but they should know people who can help you out with those needs. And that's why I wanted to bring these folks to you today. Give them a call. And like I said, I'm going to be working with him personally in the future, and I'm looking forward to that very much so. So thank you again.
Thank
you so much.